and we are back with another episode of What the Crew podcast. And today we are joined by none other than the Berlin Bagels, and we have Lisa and Maurizio. Lisa and Maurizio, welcome. How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you guys. Yeah, it's nice to be able to connect with other running crews in those very unusual times. And maybe to begin with, can you guys maybe present quickly yourself and tell us, who you are?
I'm Lisa. I am from Berlin. I studied food technology in Berlin as well. And so now I'm working here. I started running at a really early age. I think my first competition might have been like when I was 6. And then, kind of dropped it. And my running career started again when I was 16, when I was in the US and joined the cross country team. Now, since then I've been back running with the Bagels later on.
Cool. So Berlin born and raised? Echter Berliner?
I was born in Berlin, but when I was 5, I moved to Cologne with my family. So I'm always I'm from Berlin, but part of my heart belongs to Cologne, and part of my heart belongs to Berlin. So kind of both. I've moved back here when I was 19.
Yeah, for the studies, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm. How's about you, Maurizio?
Yeah, my name is Maurizio. I'm 26 years old. I can say, ich bin ein Berliner. I'm born and raised in Berlin, and studied for 3 years also in Berlin. And I'm working in the insurance sector and started running in 2014 or 15. I started running to lose weight.
As we all did, or many of us.
Found the crew part. And I like doing sports, or I love doing sports in a group. It's better than by my own. And so I started this running thing in the crew sector.
So you are both the two founders of the Berlin Bagels, but you're not alone. There's a lot of other people. I saw a lot of names. So who are those people? Can you tell us about the foundation of the running crew?
So we, the co-founders back then, was a group of friends of ours, and we always went for runs together. And one run we decided to have our crew. Because we just really enjoyed running together, and they have been with us since then. I don't know if you want to know more about the persons as such. Of course we can.
So I have Nele, Lisa, it's you, Julia, David, Christopher, Miro, and Maurizio. Right?
Yes.
And you were basically all friends, or did you come together because you found each other from running, or was it just you were friends first and then it was I would like to go for a run? Oh, I like running as well. How did it start?
Well, funny thing is I got to know Nele maybe 2 or 3 months before, because we had a common friend that introduced us to each other. And then back then we went to the Nike Run Club. Mm-hmm. And there suddenly Nele stood in front of me with Maurizio, and I was like, hey, I know you. And so we kind of knew each other before, but it really started with running. And there we saw each other 3 times a week. And Nele and Maurizio knew Christopher and Miro and Julia. And so, it started from there, I guess.
Nice.
So running really did bring you together.
Yes.
And that started then in 2016, right?
Exactly.
Where does the Berlin Bagels names come from? Because that's a funny one, and I like it. And I want to know, there's probably a story behind it.
That's the question, which is, which we deal often with. So we started the running thing as a crew thing. So we went out for a lot of runs and came back, and everything we did after that was eating. So in the summer, I think we end every run or nearly every run with an ice cream or something like that. And sometimes a big breakfast, a big crew breakfast after Corona or before Corona. So we thought that it would be nice to deal with Berlin in the name and where we come from, which city brought us together. Then we wanted to have alliteration. I don't know. It's
alliteration. I think it's in English.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And then the food part was the bagels. So we started with a name for our WhatsApp group, and we never thought about a place where everybody can come through, because we didn't have a bar or restaurant, like you told us. So you need a big meeting point.
Yeah, an HQ or something.
If you want to invite other people, and we didn't have it, and so it was quite difficult to be an open crew like others. First of all, it started all with a WhatsApp group and a group of friends.
Yeah, because I actually want to go back. You said your first time you kind of met with each other was with the NRC. No, not
NRC.
Yeah, NRC running. So you basically had a group there. What made you decide and still to meet up together separately beside that group? Or what decided you, because then you found each other, you were friends, you got along very well. You had this WhatsApp group. How did you make it to a public group? Because now it's not only these 7 friends running together, but basically a big group. How did this transition happen and why maybe?
So I think the NRC was really big. I don't remember how many people were there, but probably 50. And I would say those guys were my really close friends in Berlin. So we would meet up besides running also. Yeah. And this is how it kind of got together. And then, for some relays or something like this, we had some other friends of this group saying oh, my friend actually loves to run. Can she or he join us? We need someone else for a relay. And then, just grew like this. And we still know each other very well. Let's say like this, we're still the big group of friends.
And RC also stopped after a while. I think they are not doing anything anymore. Yeah.
No. Are you then? Did you reach before Corona? Of course, already 50 people NRC level with your meetups.
No.
Too big.
That's definitely far away for us.
But you are known.
I think
it's not about the number. It's also at some point about the timing, the quality of the community, and I don't know. It's for me, it's not about the numbers, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's for the moment, and if somebody join a run with us, or a race or something like that, a relay race or a half marathon, 10K, I don't know. And the person is come to us and said, that was the best feeling I've ever had in my running career. I like the cruising, I like the spirit, I like the vibes, and that's the best part of it. I think to go with the feeling, with the spirit, and bring other guys into it, and to a little bit break the barrier to the big crews. I think some crews are very cool, are very big, and they have a very nice Instagram account and so on. But maybe if you are not the fastest runner or the sportiest guy in the city, you are very angry to join a crew which looks very professional. So maybe we are not the pros in Berlin, but we love running and we love the crew spirit, and we love to join every event and share the same passion with the other guys.
Yeah, this was actually also something that Kevin and I discussed beforehand, especially in Berlin. It can't be that you're the first running crew, because like there are so many running crews. So the question why behind, but the question or like the why is basically because you were friends. You were coming together as friends and wanted to meet together as friends, like in a smaller, more personal way than what you could find so far there in Berlin.
Yeah. And maybe if you are a lot of guys as founders, so everybody has another idea in which direction you will bring the crew. That's totally normal. That's a good point. So you can create very funny projects or good ideas. But you have to be alert and don't lose your friends in the crew part, and that's very important for us. And we told no Instagram follower is it worth to challenge our friendship? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Okay, and that's the point. We try to deal with it every time. And in front of Corona, we started with a fixed meetup on Thursday, 7 p.m. So do you need a regular system in your runnings or in your runs, just to get involve other people and they can plan with your run, and there's a fixed point.
So do I understand correctly that just before Corona was the first time that you put a fixed date time for other runners to join?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, before it was all handled via the WhatsApp group that you are having. And if someone said like, I'm going for a run on Friday at 10, then and someone said, cool, I'm in, then that would be it. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Like Lisa said, you told your friend, I go on Sunday for a run with my friends. You can join us if you want. So we never told, you cannot join us. Come with us. We go for a run. Yeah. That was quite nice, but that regular and
no regular training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that take off my question of when do you usually train? So that I was going to ask, because usually, like you said, most of the crews, especially to make it easier for external people that don't know the crew and want to join, they have at least 1 or 2 days or 3 days a week that people can join. But that's a very interesting structure.
Yeah, it's a different way of structuring it. If I would then, however, be a Berlin citizen, how would I get into that WhatsApp group?
But you guys have a Facebook page as well, right?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page.
Okay, by now it's organized via Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, I would say we try to organize it on WhatsApp. So, but I think if we get to manage a regular system, you don't need another virtual platform that often, because you can discuss things about a race or something like that better personally than over another platform. I think it's very challenging to find the right platform for discussions or something like that.
Like before, we had a WhatsApp group also, like because for like external people, but we always kept our small one because, as we said, like we are basically friends that have those names. Like we are the Berlin Bagels, but it's like our friends group. And yeah, so we tried with the other WhatsApp group, but I think on Instagram it's just also easier because you have access to Instagram. Like it's not a closed community. And with WhatsApp, as you said, it's like you have to have the number of someone that puts you in.
And you have to know that it exists as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, our thought behind that was also we can post it on Instagram when people messaged us before on Instagram, hey, can we go for a run with you? And then we said, of course, we're meeting then at this, like, I don't know, in this part of Berlin, just join us and we can run together.
So if any Berlin runner is listening to this podcast, what is the main communication channel in the moment? Well, okay, it feels against you,
in
but
normal times.
Yeah.
I would say Instagram. I don't know.
Instagram, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just message us there. There's always one of us connected that is more than happy to answer you.
Yeah, I think overall for all, I don't know if I can say this, but I think for all running crews, usually Instagram is the first destination where you get to see the crew, see how they are and where they train, and probably get in touch for the first time. But I like what you said, Maurizio, is that, and we had a talk with a lot of other people in the past, and also on the podcast with Voltron from Australia, or King's Cross, saying that when people go on Instagram or Facebook or whatever pages those running crews have, and then you see the nice, super cool picture of people running fast, looking cool, you're like, okay, I'm not fitting in there. So for everybody listening or watching, don't stop there. Just go ahead, contact the people and go and join, because it's cool pictures doesn't mean fast people. And that's
never
an important part. Yeah.
Never unwelcoming. But I'm still very much impressed by, I find it very interesting the way that your crew came together with this different structure, and it completely works. And like, I find it also, again, it highlights the values that you have of this friendship first, friendship before anything. And that's why using this WhatsApp channel first, since it's like such a personal communication. So I think this is extremely amazing, because I said to Kevin many times that I appreciate that we have or had the social run Tuesday, because it made me run every Tuesday, because I know it's crew run, it's Tuesday. So like I'm going for a run. That also shows that you are really passionate runners that keep this spirit alive. But maybe that also has to do because you are 7 people. There's always someone that thinks like, let's go for a run.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think we all have maybe also different ambitions for our runnings. And there it's easy to always find someone in the group and say, hey, I want to do a fast workout, or hey, I want to go just for a run, just to clear my head. And then you would always find someone that's running with you, kind of.
But also the friendship circle grew up in the past years. So we started with 7 people. Now we are at 30, something like that. So if you come and join us, and you like ourselves, you like the group spirit, you like what we do. And if everybody is dealing with a situation and say, yeah, the guy is completely cool, we like them, there's the same spirit, there's the same connection,
you're the same wavelength,
the vibes.
So then you are one of us, and we can start to go for more than a run together.
Yeah. Because since it's based
Bagels.
on exactly, bagels.
Bagels
Friendship.
afterwards.
Are there other hobbies that you also like to do together beside running and eating bagels?
I just wanted to say eating.
Second most important thing. Yeah.
I think some of us go biking as well together. And then we also had swim sessions like before Corona.
Yeah.
But other than that, like hobbies would be meeting with each other.
Cool. Well, let's talk about Corona then. We mentioned it a couple of times. How are you guys dealing with this? How's the situation? Because since now more than a year, Corona hit, especially Europe. So we are all touched by this. And how did you guys kept going, if you could? How did you manage the way through this last awful year?
That's a very tricky, well, not tricky question, but a difficult question. I think what was really cool is that we kept signing up for small challenges. So I don't know, there was, for example, the January battle, and then it was really nice to run virtually, because we would say, hey, I just ran so many Ks for our team. And this, those challenges, I feel, really brought us together virtually again. But yeah, since we're so many, we talked about the restrictions in Germany right now. It's impossible to meet everyone at the same time. So it's really sad, but this is how it is. So what we did was just go for a run, maybe 2-person at each time, just so we don't break the rules. And then we just had Zoom meetings, or if someone is going for a run and just writes it in the group and says, hey, I'm going for a run. How about you guys? But I think the most motivation really came from those virtual challenges. So
apart from the January battle that we also mentioned in one of the last podcast, which is a competition with all running crews. It's virtual. It's a month of January where a number of runners can run. They have to run a maximum of kilometers until a certain
400,
limit.
I think, is the max that you can
exactly.
reach.
And then there's a ranking of the crews that ran the biggest amount of kilometers. But apart from that, did you guys do anything else particular, or made
or
up your own challenges?
Other challenges that you joined, that you enjoyed during Corona time?
If there were some.
Maybe the squad race organized by On Running.
Oh yeah, the squad race. I saw that. Yeah. What was it?
I don't know it actually.
It's you run 5K as a team as fast as you can, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, On Running did it actually really nice. They went to each crew to do it it was in summer, so back then you were still allowed to run with a little bit more people than only 2. And so it's a very big event, but this year it was just going from crew to crew, and then they have their squad race, and then the times
they combined it, I guess, and then whoever is the quickest.
What we also did were some time trials. So run 10K as fast as you can, and then we listed them up. Just so I feel it's really hard to keep or at least what motivated me was racing. Yeah. Because it's just the best feeling ever. You kill yourself during your training, and then you run your PB, and it's wow, this is why I trained, and this is why I got up at 6 a.m. or this is why I ran after my hard day at work. And now it's kind of gone. So you can I still like running, of course. I still like training also, but I feel it's just harder to motivate yourself.
You're missing this motivation, this goal.
So this was also really great, just to have the time trial and then kind of race against yourself. Yeah.
So you did organize this, or was it something external?
No, we organized it.
You organized this,
just so we can run it each month or each 2 months and see that we got faster.
Yeah. And also saw somewhere the On Running relay run. Was it before Corona or during Corona?
Summertime.
During Corona.
Last year. Okay, during Corona. So what was that? A relay run, but
awesome.
How was it organized?
I think we started to know On Running since, I don't know, 2018. Yeah,
they are quite recent in the running world. Shout out to On Running, because they're a Swiss brand. So
look at him smiling.
Shout out to my people. I love it because there's a little Swiss flag on the shoes. Yeah. I don't use the brand. I like it. I never try the shoes. They look weird to me.
Do you run with On Running shoes?
Yes.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
The first models, when I saw them, I was like, how can you run with those? Some emitted clouds lines under the shoe, and I was like, that's not gonna work for me. I like my swoosh way too much, and but anyway, so yeah, they started to get involved in the running world, and what we mentioned now, the squad race and the relay race, and it's really nice to see that they're really doing really cool stuff with crews or just in the running world in general. So they organized this relay run also in Berlin. And was it one crew thing, or was it a couple of? Was it open? How was it?
No, that's a little bit beside the Berlin Bagels, or we both, Lisa and me, we joined this relay run as a part of our Berlin Bagels crew.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started to talk to On Running in 2018 or something like that, and yeah, time by time we get more and more familiar. And last year, in the beginning, in January, we started to think about what about a good project with On Running. So I was part of the On Ambassador team.
Cool.
For On Running, and yeah, I'm was part of the discussion and told the guys from Switzerland that I love the speed project.
Yes.
So I think everybody which is on Instagram and is follow the Run Crew thing know the speed project. You run from LA to Las Vegas, and you have to manage every challenging situation by yourself with your own crew, and it's not to be the fastest crew in Vegas. I think it's about the pool party in Vegas.
Yeah.
So you have to be fast enough to join the party. So we never joined this project as a crew, but I loved the spirit on Instagram. So you're so far away and you follow the Instagram stories from the crews over there, and you think, oh, let me out. I want to go for a run in every hour of the day. And I started to think, we don't need to fly over to America. We can organize something in Germany. And so we started for the new shoe for On Running. They promoted the Cloud Flyer in the same time. And the story about the shoe was to go for a long run. And we choose the longest run in Germany. So we started nearly at the Swiss border, and went over the whole
country,
over whole Germany. It's over the whole country. Yeah, we started in Constance. We
who is we? You and Lisa?
No. No, the crew.
The On Running crew.
This time started in Constance. We went through Heidelberg, Cologne, Hamburg, and finished in Flensburg near the Danish border.
That's crazy.
Yes.
How long is this?
Yeah, how many kilometers is that?
A lot.
1,200. I don't know.
1,000. So it's longer than the TSP.
Yeah, much longer, but
it's double.
We I don't know. We cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The distance in 4 sectors, and we got 4 crews, and every crew dealt with 1 sector. So
all right.
For every crew, there was a little TSP.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What crews did you participate? It were all On Running teams. Different On Running teams. Okay, I thought because we're saying crews that it's Berlin Bagels and Hamburg, Anchor, whatever.
No, it It was more about the on-running, but a lot of guys from
other
the
crews,
Nürnberg Track Club, NTC, Nürnberg Track Club, joined this challenge. From Run Sport Cologne, they also joined this race, and Run Fleet, I think one guy
Hamburg
just also went with us, and
How long did it take you?
Because then you would also have to run overnight.
Came again,
Lisa.
I don't really remember. It was so blurry at the end, but
that means it was long. And
yes, I remember that we started like in the afternoon, and I think, well, we ran from Hamburg to Flensburg, right? So I only remember that part, and we came to Flensburg the next morning, afternoon. So around like, I don't know. Are you looking it up now?
Yeah,
like something like a day.
For the whole distance?
Yeah, for the whole distance, I was curious, of course.
5 days. 5 days.
All right.
Crazy, you're crazy.
That's pretty cool. That looks like a really cool challenge, and I'm a big fan of the Speed Project as well. I when I started running with my crew, the first crew in Lausanne, then I got to know the world of running and everything, and discovering that running crews is a thing. There are crews around the world, and then I stumbled upon this thing called the Speed Project, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I saw some crazy people running half naked in the desert. I was like, I don't know who those people are, but I like the spirit. And then you finally understand that it's a fucking yearly relay through the deserts, and I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. I love this. And obviously it's super hard physically, mentally, but the fact that, especially when you see the pictures, because that's all we have, pictures and videos, Instagram stories, and you see the, how can I say, camaraderie? Is it something I can say? Yeah. The bounding of the people through this journey, and who cares about like reaching, of course, if you can reach the pool party, it's nice, but otherwise just this amazing journey, this suffering and cheering and just going through this crazy race together through the desert day and night. I just think it's unique and incredible. And I wish someday we can participate in a real deal with our crew. In the meantime, we did the TSP DIY last year.
Okay.
And that was my next question. Did you guys participate in the TSP DIY? No. Are you planning on participating this year?
Since you are following the TSP and you are such a fan, and you even organized your own one, which is even more crazy than the actual one, then that you don't decide to participate in the DIY version. Now go ahead.
I don't know. I thought the project, the TSP DIY, in this case, in the Corona times, and I loved the idea to spread the spirit all over the world, just during coronavirus. And but I didn't felt, let us start this project here in Berlin. So I don't know. Maybe there was a Corona blues, and I had
I like this word.
The focus for a project like that. But I think, the last days they shared some pictures, which I think that they start the project again.
Yes,
the DIY.
It's official. Yeah. It's official. It's the first weekend of September this year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So May you will find us on the leaderboard. But it's a top.
Yeah.
But,
that'd be nice.
Maybe we will see us this year on the leaderboard.
I'm 100% sure that you will enjoy it. Like from everything that you talked before, and like the knowledge that when you are racing, like the rest of the world who participates is racing as well. Exact same moment
so exciting.
Australia, America, everywhere. Yeah. Well, whatever.
You open your Instagram, and if you probably follow also other crews and other people from other crews, and for like 31 hours and 15 minutes and more, have only this in your feed, and you see people running, people resting, people cheering. Like basically, it's the TSP, but worldwide. So it's even bigger than usual.
I think we should
and
become
it's so
ambassadors.
motivating. I'm like Maurizio. I just love the spirit of this race. Shout out to Niels and Blue and all the people who started this crazy race. Hopefully, we'll have them on the podcast someday and talk about this. But I think it's a race that everybody should try, because especially as a community, it's really amazing. And since the TSP DIY is really like, you can do it the way you want. If you want to go from a city to another, if you want to do some loops, it's really open. So that's very nice and easy to also organize as well.
Well, easy organize.
Just show up and run. I mean, try not to die.
Maybe you already talked about your TSP DIY experience in the podcast, but how do you manage it for the group? Does everybody came together, or everybody was by her own, and you text via WhatsApp that, you have to start in 5 minutes. I will finish my run and you have to go.
Yeah. So for us, at this time, I can't remember exactly, it was September last year. The
regulations allowed us that we could come together as the group that we were. We were 9 runners.
9 runners. So we stick together the whole time. We had a place to crash during the night, which was the office from one of the runners we had in the crew. And so we basically stick together. We went into a big park that is a little bit outside the city center, where we did some loops of 8 kilometers, if I remember right. Yep. And then we would relay 8 kilometers, everybody. And then when the night would start, we would run back to the city, where we would do some smaller loops. And Utrecht is, imagine Amsterdam, we have also some canals. Mm-hmm. And there's one that actually does the circle, the city center. And it's about 5-ish kilometers. So we would do loops during the night of those 5 kilometers and crash in the city center in the office. And then the next day we would come back to the, run back to the park and then do again some smaller loops then, because 8K was a little bit too long at this point. But that's how we did this, and really having this group community feeling that we want to have, because otherwise, if you WhatsApp people and say, okay, that's your time, I'm done, it works, but it's not really what you want from that kind of event.
Let's say we were also in a lucky position that we were allowed to then meet with the 9 people, and then we had a few friends of ours from time to time coming over to either run with us or just stand on the side and cheer, and that was all legally fine. Yeah. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, looking forward to this year.
If you want to have a full review, just listen to the TSP DIY version of this podcast. We had an episode in the past.
Episode of that.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I will do it. For just to get us some ideas for the plan for our TSP.
Yeah.
Well, I know that in Berlin, obviously the craft runners did a huge thing. They really wanted to make it like, I think their goal was to make Germany move together. It was really aiming high. Well, it's a big crew, of course, but they organized some big. Many teams, actually, a lot of teams.
I think they had 6
together.
or 4 teams in total.
Yeah, in different cities also in the country. So but you can really do it the way you want. People ran on a track, which I think is mind blowing. I would never run for 31 hours in the loop of 4. No, thank you. It's amazing. I respect those people, but it's not for me. It's insane. It's insane.
Maybe you heard about the version the thing that some guys ran the whole TSP DIY by her own.
Yeah, the solo.
Yeah.
The solo run. Yeah, thanks. And some friends from On Running supported Finn Music. You know them. You know him. Finn Music. A shout out to him. He was part of the solo, part of the run.
Yeah.
And some guys from On Running texted us. Maybe if you have time on Sunday evening.
Yeah.
To support him for the last hour. It would be great if you come to the meeting point and will join us. So a few of us went there, and we started running for the last hour with him and supported him as a crew. So it was so nice to see that a person which is challenged himself, and if you guys come together, support him, and scream him through the park, and bring him to the next level, and bring him to the finish line, and to share the finish line feelings. So we were a small part of the TSP DIY.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
No, like completely right what you're saying. Everyone that did go for the solo run, that's the next level of pain for sure. If you can push yourself through that, like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What you just said remind me of Jake Carroll. He's a local athlete living in Amsterdam. We had him on the podcast as well. And he did
200 kilometers.
2 projects. So one was 100K in a park in Amsterdam. And last year...
Yeah, and last year then in the summer...
a year or 2 ago, he did the 200K. And
in one
so
go.
we also went with a couple of people from the crew running. He had different segments, and we joined from one. So one was from Hilversum. No.
Yeah, from Hilversum to Utrecht.
Hilversum to Utrecht, which was 17K, and we would run along with them to just also like just be part of it and support, and that would boost his like energy, and like that was an amazing feeling, not to just go for a run and meet this amazing guy. He's really an amazing person to talk to and to hang out with, but just to support a fellow runner accomplishing something crazy and amazing. So yeah, I totally get that for sure. Yeah. So cool. I hope to see you guys on the starting line of the TSP DIY this year. I'll count on you guys.
Because Berlin Bagels, what are your plans for the next times? Like we heard before the podcast, that's Maurizio, you are registered with a friend for a triathlon, but like as running, are there some challenges that you registered for the next time? January battle just happened, but anything that comes up on your list?
I think most of us are registered for the Berlin Marathon.
Oh, is it happening this year? Well, is it still planned this year?
I don't know.
When is it still registered or supposed to be happening?
Right now, yes. Right, Maurizio, correct me if I'm wrong. But
what's the date?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
In September.
End of September.
End of September. Okay, so that might happen.
Yeah, maybe. But I think most of our runners are actually registered.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be my first one last year, but didn't happen.
Okay.
So that would be one of the big challenges towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We were definitely again thinking about a relay because we just won so much last time.
Yeah.
But other than that, right now, our main goal would be to run together finally again. And until then, nothing specifically planned right now.
Yeah, it's difficult to plan anything at the moment because you don't know if anything can happen.
Yeah, but maybe we will get a small window for the restrictions that we can have a relay run with our crew, with the Berlin Bagels, by our own. Maybe not to set a new high score or to bring the relay system to another level.
No, yeah.
But if you run through the night from one city to another city, and you have to deal with a lot of problems during the race, during the relay, you know each other better than before.
Yeah.
If you pass the finish line. And I think after our experience last year with the on relay run, it would be great to share these emotions with the whole crew. And I think that would be great if we bring everybody together and find a nice route where everybody can deal with, and we join and have a nice time, and share the running spirit together.
This getting together of you said it perfectly. You know each other better at the finish line than you did when you started the race a couple of hours ago. And we experienced this with the TSP DIY. We gathered a couple of people that we knew, but without really knowing them. And this is also when we got in touch for the first time with the local running crew, the girls running squad. And then at the finish line, they become friends, like real friends, and you know them more than you used to. So it's really an amazing experience for that. Yeah, cool. I hope you guys will manage to put that together, and hopefully the rules will be a little bit loosened and situation better. I look forward to joining you guys for a run and participate in a few races, also at the Berlin Marathon and the Berlin Half. I know it's a big one also in the community. I was actually surprised when you said Copenhagen. I know Copenhagen is like probably the biggest, depending how you see it. But I know Berlin, when you see also the pictures of the cheer zone, of the community, all the running crews, I missed it. The 2 years that I wanted to participate, I missed it. I couldn't go. And now it's burning inside me. It's like, I just hope it's happening. I would just come to cheer, drink some beers, and then not even run, but just to be there and be part of it, because it's really an amazing experience. Yeah. Are you guys also part of the cheer zone and everything?
Yeah. Well, for the marathon, our main goal was to support our runners. So it was. I remember Mao's girlfriend, when I told her I would participate as well. She was like, no, because then people were like, oh, she's participating, I will participate. And she was like, guys, we are like only, like we want to cheer on you. And I really remember what a hustle it was to cheer on only like, I think we were 3 or 4 runners the year before. Yeah. Like I feel the people that cheer, or I was also part of the cheering people, but I don't want to give too many credits to myself, but it's almost as hard as running a marathon. Sorry, Mao. But just
love that.
Checking your phone all the time. Like, did we miss him or did we miss her? And like being all anxious for the runners, if they will make it, if they will reach their PBs. So shout out to everyone who will be cheering once there are marathons again. But yeah, so this is mainly what we did, just follow our runners to be the maximum support to them. And before, we always had the race plan of like them, and we knew, okay, at this kilometer they need this snack or this drink or whatever. So
great.
We didn't have like a cheering zone, just because our main goal was
the support system. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we talked a lot at the beginning about the Copenhagen cheering zone, but like you told us, the cheering zone in Berlin, especially for the Berlin Marathon, is also quite impressive. So a big shout out to Craft Runners, Runpack, Berlin Braves, what they are organizing year by year is another great level, and you pass kilometer 30 or something like that. The man with the hammer is just around the corner. Your whole body hurts, and the cheering zone is perfect. It has the perfect place. It's about 37 kilometers or something like that. And for just a few seconds, you forget every pain in your body.
Magic.
Your speed is increasing totally. That's total. You feel the pain a kilometer later much more, but it was worth it just to escalate with your friends.
Yeah.
And that's just great. But for us as a crew, we try to bring the best surrounding to the race for our runner.
Yeah.
And if we see another runner or every other runner at the track, we support him as well. So, and if our guys passing the finish line, what we do is go back to the cheering zone or find your own little cheering corner and support every runner which is out there, because we want to share the spirit we talked about at the beginning as well. And that's what we love to do. So, and maybe the perfect conditions, I don't know if you already participated, are in Cologne. So if you go to Cologne for the half marathon, you start very early. You will you start at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I don't know. It's very early.
Wow.
But you go for the half marathon. Maybe you set your personal best. And after that, you go to the cheering zone from Run Squad Cologne. Another big shout out to them. What there is happening is completely escalate. It escalate very quickly, because you can run the half marathon and also cheer for the whole marathon. If you run the half marathon, I don't know, under 2 hours or 2 hours 15, it's not a big problem to get to the cheering zone for the first runner.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. It's very nice to join the event, and so big party out there.
Looking forward to all of that when it's possible again.
Yeah,
Germany has so many cool cities, cool crews, and races like those we just mentioned, that I look forward so much to come and visit and meet you guys in real life, go for a run in Bagels, actually, in that case. Like just those races are like what we all miss at this moment. This spirit, this going through the cheer zone and feeling like I can fly suddenly, like those feeling. Yeah. Amazing. Cool. For all the people who wants to join then Berlin Bagels in a normal time, or maybe even now in those strange times, where can they find you?
Instagram.
Instagram is the place to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
so it's
Instagram.
So it's at Berlin Bagels, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you have also a Facebook page, which is also Berlin Bagels, the same name.
Yeah. That's right. You can connect with us over Facebook, but the first way is Instagram.
Instagram. Cool. We'll drop all the links in the description of the show. Hashtag let it roll.
Yes.
Is it correct? And hashtag let it roll with Aperol.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that. Just bought a bottle yesterday. I mean, it's like the sun goes out. The more you approach summer, the more you feel like, a little spritz would be nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So apparently that goes well with the bagels. Nice. We have 2 more questions that we want to ask you guys. If you would have to give a tip for someone who wants to build a community, or just a general statement, what makes a great running community? What would it be?
For me, it would be friends. I believe that through running, you can, you just bring your friendship to another level. We talked about that during the relays, but while running, sometimes it's such a big pain that you can't hide it from the other person. You make yourself vulnerable. So for me, to build a crew would be that it needs to be with people I feel safe around, and that can support me, or where I can support them. I mean, so that would be definitely the most important things for me. And friendship. Yeah,
I also would add that I definitely agree with what Lisa said, but maybe you just have to think about the crew in every detail before you start your own project. If you want to share the passion, if you want to share the lifestyle, if you want to share the same interest in running or in another sport activity or something else, just start with it. Just be real. That's pretty important, I think. It must be real what you are doing, and then someone else will follow you and will come to you and share the same passion.
Nicely put. Yeah, thank you very much. Especially, I think the friendship part is like you are spending so much time together. It on the one side, it comes automatically through the pain and suffering together and having this passion for running. But definitely, it helps to have like a certain kind of liking of each other in the beginning. It's a nice one. Yeah.
So you said you don't have like a HQ or anything, right? But then where are you located in a particular place in the city, or how does it work?
Most of us right now live like almost in the same kiez, as you put it, in Berlin. So that means like the same part of the city. But what we did for our crew rounds lately was also to rotate kind of. So we would meet at different places just so we have a backdrop. And then we would kind of, meet at like rotate from house to house or from apartment to apartment.
That's cool.
Nice. Yeah.
So we get to know like different parts in the city and also maybe different restaurants or cafes.
And also easier to make different routes and different running circles, stuff like that. Yeah. The second question that we always like to ask in the end to all our guests that we have on the podcast is, if you were us, who would you like to invite on the show, or who would you like to listen or hear more about on this show?
What other crew should we have on the show?
Interesting question.
With a small link to running, at least. There's no bad or good answer.
Just because I follow her a lot, there's a run crew in Paris. They're called WTC.
Okay.
I follow Mathilde. She's from there.
Okay. Do you speak French?
Yes, my mom is French.
Okay, because I hear since the beginning of the podcast, I'm like, there is a little bit of a French accent, but it could be that, I'm mistaking. But then you pronounce this and I'm like, okay, she definitely speaks French.
It's so funny because you're probably the second or third person that when I speak English asks me directly, like, are you French? And usually I don't know, probably because I don't know why there I have a French accent, probably also a German accent, but it must be
it's a combination. Yeah. But it's for me, it's the same, like some words are just pronounced in a way that you cannot say it differently than with a little bit of a French or a Swiss or whatever accent. So yeah, it's okay. So this crew you talked about, what was the name again?
Viens m'attraper. So come catch me.
Viens m'attraper. Yeah. Come and catch me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They run in Paris, and I follow them. Really nice also.
Okay. Good. Noted. Maurizio, another suggestion?
Yeah, maybe two, if I can. If I'm allowed, I would say, for the crew part, our friends from Cologne. Maybe you can talk to One Squad Cologne, or you already teased them.
We are in touch.
Okay, perfect. And another, I love shooting, running, and creating content. So I'm an amateur in that part, but I love to watch on them. Maybe you can talk to Patrice Alvarez. You know him?
Yeah. He does a lot of Instagram movies, actually. Super cool Instagram TV and stuff. Yeah. I love what he does. Yeah, that's a good one.
I had the opportunity to film with him last year, and maybe you can stay in contact or get in contact with him, and share. He wants to bring the content, the running content, to another level, and I think he's on a very good way. So maybe you can talk to him about his view about running.
Yep. So you said you're also into creating content. Do you shoot mostly video or photos?
Yeah, I try my best in videos, but it's very on a low level.
Okay.
You have to start.
You have to start somewhere.
At one time.
Yeah. And as long as you enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just being humble. It's actually very nice videos.
Thanks for the flowers.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for your time, both of you. And have a good run afterwards, because you gave already a sneak peek that you will go for a run. That's what we're all about. And enjoy the bagels afterwards. Definitely. We will link all the show notes, in the show notes, all the contact of you two. So whoever is interested to find out more about the Berlin Bagels, then check out our show notes and hopefully meet each other at one point soon in real life.
Definitely contact us if you are in Berlin.
Actually, we are always flying via Berlin when we are going to my parents. So maybe the next time we can drop a few days before we go down
for sure.
to Saxonia.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, perfect. Or just an hour just to go for a run. And we will show you our kids.
Yes.
Love that.
Amazing. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.